teachings, or if you want to go first, let me know and just text me.
Do your thing. You're on fire. Take it away.
All right, guys. So we're about to get started here, and I'm getting a little hot in here. I don't know if you guys are hot in here, but it's getting hot. Can you open my sliding door right here? Don't be shy for the camera. Come on, open it up, because I'm hot. I'll put the screen. It's getting hot in here. All right, so I'm about to screen share. Now, a lot of you people wanted to learn US 30, right? And I don't teach it on IML TV because it's a real volatile pair. It moves fast in the thousands. So as much as money you can make is as much money as you can lose. I don't recommend beginners trading this pair. I don't even recommend intermediate beginners to even trade this pair. It's someone that's been trading for a while and knows what to do and when to enter and stuff like that. Now, I can apply my strategy to this particular pair, and I'm going to go now on TradingView. Now, bear in mind, I'm not a professional at TradingView. I only use MT4. I'm old school, like Gustavo and I. We're one of the few traders that still use MT4. A lot of people make fun of me. That's okay. But I know how to use MT4. I don't know how to use TradingView. So some of you guys may have to teach me some of the things that I'm going to be going over. I'm going to give the information, and I'm going to show you how to make the money. I just may not be able to use like some of the things that I normally do on MT4. All right? So let me screen share, and let's get the ball rolling. I'm just going to stop my video because I just want you guys to focus strictly on the charts. All right, and screen share. Shut the TV off for me, please. Perfect. And actually, do me a favor. Put Chloe in my room because she's going to bark during my session. All right, Chloe, get inside. Hold on. No, I know, because she'll bark because the sliding door is open. Come on, inside. Chloe, get inside. Come on, Chloe. Chloe, get inside. He's mad at y'all. All right, guys, sorry about that. I had to put my dogs away. I didn't want them to bark in the middle of the session. All right, so a few things we have here. Let me minus this. We have US 30, okay? We have the US 30 pair on right now for those of you that have never traded it. Just be very cautious because trading this pair is like trading on futures. For those of you that do not know, I actually trade on futures. I learned how to trade with Christopher Terry himself when he used to do his live sessions every single day back in the day. So futures is a really good market. It's just that you need a lot of money to trade it. And it moves really, really fast because you're normally trading on the minute time frame and the amount of contracts you have, vice versa. So normally I would trade this pair on the future standpoint, but you can still trade this on a forex broker. What forex broker has it? You know, can you actually Google so I can give it out? What brokers trade this pair that you can trade this pair on? Yeah, US 30. Which broker? FX Choice has it, but give them 3 choices for me, please. I'm going to give you the brokers that you can trade this pair with. That way everyone can have an opportunity. Now, I do have some students trading it. If you are on this session right now and I have taught you how to trade US 30, can you guys let me know if you're on it? I'm not sure of my students that I actually trade this pair, but they've been very successful at it. And I'm not sure if they're on this call right now. But if you are, do let people know how has it been going for you and your success with it. So the first thing we're going to look at is the weekly, right? We're going to look at the weekly time frame. And what I like to do, the first thing on the weekly, is I like to look at market structure. I like to see where price has been in the past, right? I like to see where the pair is going to go for the future. So when I tell people, when I want to know in what the direction the market is going to go in, I look left. I tell people the market behaves in similar patterns. And if you're able to study the previous patterns, you're able to predict what should happen next. Now, keep in mind, these are all just analysis and the market could go against us. That's why we have to have risk management in play. So the first thing I'm going to be looking at is this, the weekly. So I'm going to try to zoom out because this is too close for me. All right, this is fine, 2008. I love looking in the past. So we know that this pair has been uptrending for the last 2009. Look at this. Imagine being in this pair, in this trade from 2009 and going in multiple positions in all these mini pullbacks, right? All these dips are just multiple pullbacks and pullbacks and pullbacks and pullbacks, okay, and etc., right? So now, if I want to trade this pair, right, I need to now look at levels. Now, it's going to be hard to look at levels because, you know, this pair has just been uptrending for the longest time. Let me see. All right, so we'll stop it here at 2009. So now I'm going to look at my, boom, 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 boom. Not here. Where's my little shapes? Shapes. Not here, not here. Let me see. Where's my shapes? No, this is on it. That's the brush. That's the text.
What, rectangle?
Yeah, the rectangle. My little one. This one right here?
Click the side. No, click the side.
Okay, rectangle. Perfect. So now I'm going to highlight this area right here. That's number one, right? I'm going to stop it right here. The second one I'm going to do is right here. Now, if this was MT4, I'll be showing it to you a whole lot better, but that's okay. I'll work with what I have. Now, keep in mind, this is the weekly time frame. This is thousands of pips from this rectangle to the next rectangle. Don't let it fool you. Now, we only need to focus on this particular area for this pair. Does anyone know why would I only be focusing on this right here? Let me see if anyone knows why. Anyone who's been trading this pair should be able to tell me why. And now, I'm going to draw my trend line right here. Boom. First trend line. We stop it right here. That's where it goes, right there. Now, my counter trend line, right here. Now, I trade this on NinjaTrader, guys, on my futures account. So it's, you know, I have a whole different platform I use, so it is a little different for me, but don't worry. I can still tell you in what direction the market is going regardless. So when I'm trading this pair, I put alerts on the trend lines right here. Boom and boom. All you have to do is right-click and add an alert on the trend line. Boom, right-click, add an alert on the trend line. Why? This way, you don't have to babysit these trades because this is a trade that moves really fast and you want to get in when you get the alerts. Now, when I'm setting these alerts on my trend lines, I'm looking for candles to close below these trend lines or above these trend lines. So right now, we know that at the double top, this formed a double top, we know it's going to come down here to complete the bottom, the neckline, right? We know that. But if you didn't get in at the top, right? What you have to do is now you have to wait for this trend line to break, retest, and you're going to ride it all the way down to this neckline. Now, my second position, you know where I would put my second position? I would take this wick right here and add an alert right here. Boom, alert, crossing, create. Bam, that's where I would have my alert. That's so I can open a second position on this pair for the sell, okay? You guys understanding? Now, even though it wicked here, this is just from the weekly standpoint. Guys, it's that simple. It's not really complicated to trade this pair. Now we're going to work our way down. I'm going to show it to you working my way down. We're going to take step by step, okay? So now that we see this, now don't mind, I have, let me delete this. Don't worry about this. Delete it. I don't want to confuse you guys. What I have on here, I don't want you to confuse you. So don't worry about that. I'll show you guys that another day. But if you don't have a pro account, you can't add it, so it'll be pointless. Now, I won't trade this pair, right, until it breaks out of the counter trend line or this regular trend line. And once it closes underneath here and I get a fake little candle, I'm gonna make like a little trend line right here. All you need is a candle to close underneath here. Let me close it right here. Boom. Right there. That's a little fake candle. Once I get my alert to trigger, I start looking at the market to see when is this candle going to close here. But I'm not going to wait on the daily, right? We're not going to wait on the daily, but I'm just showing you an example of how I look and how would I enter these trades. Now, remember, I do not do pending orders. I only execute. Market execution is the only style that I do. So you must be extremely disciplined to do that, because I like to see the market conditions when I'm physically entering the trades. I do not just put orders, and there's nothing wrong with putting orders. I'm not comfortable with entering the trades that way. I just like to get my alerts, and it's the same thing. If you do a buy limit, right? Or if you do a sell limit or a buy stop or a sell stop, why don't you just put an alert there? See how the market is doing and actually look at it, because it's like doing a buy stop buy order, right? You're just getting the alert and you're actually looking at the chart to see, I see that it triggered, but it's not matching with my confirmations yet. It's still not looking good. I'm seeing too many reversal patterns happening or something like that. Now you're able not to get into a trade than if you just had a pending order and you didn't even look at the market, you just went in automatically. That's just how I look at it. Now, there's no wrong or right to putting pending orders. It's just that, hey, I don't work. I'm home anyway. Why not just do market executions? It's not like I have a full-time job and I can't babysit my trades, right? So this is a candle here. Now, we're going to look for levels of support, levels of resistance, right? I'm going to do this for you guys right here. I'm going to take this trend line. Now, if I get in this pair, my first TP is going to be at the first support that I see. Let me drag it over just to show you guys. Right here. Let me drag it over. Let me drag it over. Now, another thing I want you guys to learn to do, let me make it let me see if I can make it darker. Oh, right here, yeah. Let me make it black. And let me see if I can widen it. Width, right there. Perfect. All right, this is nice. Now look at that. That would be my first TP. Now understand, guys, when you're putting your TP, don't do it from the wick. And I'll tell you why. Because every wick on every candle is different. And I see a lot of people missing trades because they missed by a half a wick. So when I enter my TPs, I like to do it in the middle of the candle, of the body of the candle. That way, I don't get faked out with missing trades by a few pips here and there. Now, guys, please do not write on the charts. Please be respectful. If you're doing it by accident, that's, just being very mindful. But I'll disable this right now so you guys don't do that. All right. Let me clear that. All right. There, I disabled it, so there's no one doing that anymore. So when I look at this, I tend to put my TPs at the middle of the bodies, okay? At the middle of the bodies. Now here it wicked all the way down. That would be my second TP, guys. My second TP for this particular trade will be at the final support before the structure is broken, the channel. Now understand that price has been playing within this channel. Have you guys not seen this? It's been going up and down this channel. Now let me tell you something. When price breaks out of this channel, it's going to retest. And guess what? That is when you're going to put your alert. When price breaks out of this, you have an alert. But your second alert is when the candle hits the same breakout entry. That's when you're going to actually enter the trade. So that's a breakout or retest. The retest is going to be your execution. So we know that if price breaks out of this zone, we know this bad boy is going to go down, guys. because it's finally coming out of structure. But right now, it's midway of the structure. Look where it's at. Price is sitting at what was minor resistance. Look right here. Look at this. You see it? Minor resistance. So understand that if a candle closes underneath here and breaks my my trend line, that's another confirmation that you need to ride the sells all the way to right here, guys. Okay? Is everyone understanding this? I try to simplify it to the best of my ability, so you guys can fully. But if you guys have any questions, let me know. Oh, I can't see it. I don't minus it. Hold on. Let me see. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Can you please zoom in a bit? Kim, can you zoom in? I will zoom in. Okay, hold on. Can you zoom in? Looks like yes, it is. Key levels. That's the structure of the low and high. It's making a channel, boxing in your zone, the high and low. All right. Perfect. All right. So Hugo's Way, JAPEX, IMM, FX, that's all does that. All right, perfect. All right, so I'm going to zoom in now, guys. My apologies. I couldn't see the chat. So I'm going to zoom in. Let me zoom in so I can explain this to you guys. Now, guys, please, when you trade this pair, please be cautious. Please, like, I can't emphasize on that. I'm going to delete the drawings. Yeah. Oh, hold on. I'm going to just widen it. Hold on. I hate this. Goddamn shit. Now I made it small. How do I go back to the reset, right? Reset? There it goes. Ah, beautiful. This is what I want to show you guys. So we know if I'm trading this pair, I know that when price comes here, it rejects. So what are you going to do? Put an alert. When price came here, what did it do? It rejected. When price came here, what? It rejected. So we know we see a double top, right? We see, if you're looking from a long-term perspective, this would be your double top. This is the neckline, right? And you're looking to get to trade the pair out of the neckline. So would I trade this pair in the middle of this right now? No, you do not trade this pair in the middle of this. If you miss this entry, or if you miss this pullback right here, you don't get in the trade, guys, because you already missed the move. You have to wait for it to come out of the structure for you to actually trade this pair. Now, we have to go in the lower time frames because we're not executing on the daily, right? We're going to actually execute this pair on the hour in the 30 minutes, but I'm going to go down each time frame because I really got to show you how I trade this pair. Okay, so look at this, guys. Look at this from the 4-hour perspective. I drew this trend line here to show you that if you miss this entry, this was your next opportunity, or right here, the consolidation zones, which this is my favorite. Boom. Boom, right here. Look at your consolidation zones. See how perfect they are? You put alerts. When you see this happening, when you see this constant consolidation, you want to put alerts. Put alerts, guys, in either direction. Just put alerts. It's avoiding you to sit here and babysit the charts, okay? Yeah, your alerts may go off often, but guess what? You can go make something to eat while you put your alert. You can go read a book, do something, productive with your day, right? So you had an entry here, and we're gonna go through this like baby steps. You had an entry here, okay? 2 sell opportunities, and this is the pullback right here. This was the pullback. So what you guys can do here to measure your pullbacks is you can use Fibonacci, and I'll show you how you can do that. Let me get it out. Nope, not here, right here. No, where is this damn thing? Where is it? Where is it? Right, oh, there it goes, the fork right here. There it goes. All right. We're going to use the Fibonacci retracement. So if you're looking for the pullbacks, right, and you want to use Fibonacci, if you're not going to take it from this high, guys. You're not. You're actually going to take it from over here, from the initial breakout, and you're going to do it from here, high, to the low of the wick, right here. Guys, look at this right here. Fuck. Damn. Sorry for my cursing, guys. I don't mean to curse, but I was born with this truck driver mouth. I can't help myself. Anyway, do you see this? You know when price reaches the bottom, right? It's going to do a pullback. And look, the 61 right here was the pullback. Yeah, missed it here by a little bit, but that's okay. You still know that here it was consolidating. This was the pullback to get ready for your trigger, or you could have used the 50% for your execution and ride it all the way down to this trend line right here. Not this one, not this. To play it safe, I would use this wick as my TP. Your trend line could have been your target area. Now, obviously, you're going to be using the support levels. If you enter at the 50, look, pay attention to this, guys. If you enter at the 50, your next target would be right here, the next support level. Previous resistance, previous support. That would have been your target 1. And your target 2 would have been the trend line right here, which was the end of this wick. Now, this is exactly how I trade this pair. So please be very diligent in paying attention to what I'm telling you. This is exactly how I trade this pair. When it hits this trend line, I get out. Remember, this is really volatile. This is a pair that I do not swing trade. I don't swing trade USD ZAR. I don't swing trade US 30. I don't swing trade any of my futures that I trade. None of them. Those are all scalping for the futures, but I have a system for that. But on Forex, the only thing that I do intraday in is gold, USD ZAR. That's it. Those are the only pairs that I do intraday style trading, and obviously US 30. You're not going to swing trade this, so you're going to get out. And you're going to look for another area before we get in. Now, I won't get in this trade like this. It's at the 23, guys. Right now, it's plateauing here. Obviously, the market is not really moving as much. We're gonna wait for the break of this trend line, or we're gonna see if it's gonna do another 50 or 61 pullback before we re-enter this trade again. Now I'm gonna go into a lower time frame so you guys can see. We're gonna go to the 1 hour now. Now with the 1 hour, it looks a lot clearer, right? Like, look at this. Look how beautiful this was right here. A lot of people will be like, oh, wow, this is perfect consolidation. You wait for the breakout, boom. Okay, now these were the pullbacks right here. It missed it by a little bit, but you guys could have gotten in at the 50. Boom, right into the 23. Boom, right into what? The trend line, and get out. Now that price dipped, is doing a pullback, and it's going to recorrect itself, but I see it going up more before it comes back down, okay? Understand that pullbacks can start at the 38 and to the 61. It can go in any of these 3 sweet spots, and sometimes it can go to the 71, the 78, but we're looking for these sweet spots over here for a possible entry. Now, if price stops at the 38, I'm going to see, okay, it stops at the 38. What am I going to do? I'm going to take that sell right to the 23 and bam, collect my pips and get out of the trade, guys. Now, what you want to do, if you're staying into the trade and riding into the trend line, your TP that was down here, you're going to move it to over here, okay? But your stop loss is going to be moved about 3/4 of what your initial first TP. So if your TP was here, you're going to move your stop loss to about 3/4 of this move. So if this was 200 pips, you're going to move this 3 of 100, 250 is 100. 150. So you're going to move your stop loss into 150 pips positive, right? That way you have some cushion for some minor little drawdowns, and you can continue staying into this trade while you're scaling and trailing your stop loss, and you're maximizing your profits with what? Minimal risk. Understand, every trade you get into is a risk. Me, Gustavo, and Luke will tell you this. We can call out trades. It doesn't mean that it's always going to go in the direction or enter the direction we want it. We're using our best analysis to give you guys the best setups, right? Now, for my intraday traders, if I'm looking at this is exactly what I would do. My ass will put an alert. Hold on, let me fix this. Let me fix this. Right here. Right there. I would put an alert here because I see it going like this. 1, boom, rejection. 2, rejection. I see a third rejection happening here. It could break a little, can go a little higher. I can fix this trend line to go right here. See a third rejection? Boom, put an alert over here. If I see it close underneath this trend line, that's a confirmation that the third hit to this trend line, write it down. Boom, write it to the trend line. Boom. All right, guys, is this making sense to people? Let me open the chat. This pair, you want to trade it the New York session. Is best. It moves the best between the overlap of the London to the New York, and you can trade this pair all the way to about 1035, and you should get a good amount of pips. But if you get an alert, a trigger on your trend lines or your counter trend lines, you can still trade them. They're just not going to move as fast, but you can still trade them. If you see a good opportunity and it's not the New York session, you can still trade this pair, guys, okay? Let me see. Let me see. I'm reading the question. Zoom in. Hold on, guys. I'm saying. Okay. So is this making sense? Is this making sense to everybody? Hold on. Yes. Yes, you can use this for the S&P Mini 500s. You can use this on, yes, the same setup, guys, the same exact setup. Hold on, let me, I see someone on here being really rude right now, so I'm going to actually remove this person, so just give me a second. Just give me a second. Guys, we need to be respectful. Don't be rude. We're all here to teach you. If you don't want to be on this, you can just log off the session. It's that easy. And I'm going to do you the favor, and I'm going to log you off myself because we're here to respect, and it doesn't look like you want to be on this call. So let me just remove this person myself. Where is this? How do we remove people? Let me remove this person. Yes, you could use that, Kendra Lee. You can even use that for anybody that trades the E Russell Mini. I traded the exact same way. I'm not sure if this is being recorded, guys. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Optimize. Okay, perfect. So we're gonna go now to the 30-minute time frame, guys, right now. Okay, now do you see what's let me zoom out for you guys. I'm sorry if you guys can't see this, but I just really want to show you. Understand. I like to use, sorry, I'm so used to MT before. Let me zoom out. I have to zoom out, guys, because I want to show you something, but it's not gonna let me show you here. Okay, actually, yes, I could. Okay. So look at this here, guys. For those of you that don't trade trend lines, Trend lines are really, really, really good and really simple to trade. So I'm going to show you something. When you see an uptrending channel, right? You see an uptrending channel, you guys can trade within channels. And or every time price comes back to your trend line and it doesn't break it, you can open another buy position. So you have your first order for your buy, your second, your third. Now understand that between 3 to 5 hits, it breaks between the trend line. So we have your first hit, your second, your third bounce. Either the fourth or the fifth is the one you're looking to break this trend line. So in our case, this is a fake out, right? Fake outs happen all the time. This is a fourth true breakout, and this was a real breakout that allowed you to tell you, okay, the trend now is changing. Prepare for yourselves. So if you didn't get in at the top over here where I'm moving my arrow, you would have gotten in at the break of this or the consolidation zone. Either or, you would have been profitable, guys. Understand that, because even if you got it in here, you still would have gotten out over here. And guess what? If you're really smart, look at this. I'm going to show you something. If you got in at the break of this trend line, your TP would have been here, right? So guess what your alert would have been? Your second alert for your second sell would have been the break of this trend line, of this channel. So you would have re-entered a second sell position or a third, depending if you got in here or you got in here at the break, or you got in over here at the break of the consolidation. So you had 3 selling opportunities. Now, the best entries will be on a lower time frame for this particular pair, okay? So if you want to have a good entry, for me, the 30-minute is perfect. So guys, you mark up the same way that you would normally mark up any Forex pair. I start from the weekly and I work my way down. My executions for US 30, 90% of the time is on the 30-minute time frame. So I'm constantly having multiple alerts. If you guys do not have TradingView Pro, download the app Call Levels. Call Levels is an app that works on Android and iPhone, and you can use them to get alerts in case, for those of you that work or have a busy life schedule, download that app or download Thinkorswim. Thinkorswim is another app you can use to get alerts. So there's Thinkorswim, there's TradingView, there's MT4, and there's Call Levels. So everybody should have these apps downloaded and have them put loud alerts. You can have them text you, email you, and alert you on your computer or your laptop, whatever trading device you are using. Because for the US 30, if you go on the New York session, you're going to be trading it extremely actively. Like, you're going to be in and out, in and out. You'll probably get in about 2 to 3 times, I would say, per morning session. If you don't believe me, go on tomorrow morning and you will see how amazing this pair is. Thinkorswim, yes, Tammy. Thinkorswim, that's correct. You're using US 30, that's it. It's US 30, guys, nothing else. Just type in US 30 and nothing else. Which one is the best? Call Levels, I think, is pretty good. Call Levels, and that's probably my favorite one is Call Levels. Thinkorswim. Yes, guys. I have a Telegram group in, but I'm mostly on IML Pip Talk under Kimberly Torres. I'll type it in. Or you can, I give out a lot of my Forex information on the Forex Chick on my IG. But Call Level is the best, guys. I promise you, upgrade to the, how much is it? Call Levels, $3.99 a month? It's $5? $5 a month for your investment. $5 a month for your investment, guys. Okay? $50 a year. That's right. What's $50 for you? You know what I mean? Nothing. $50 shouldn't be hurting no one's pockets. And if it is hurting your pocket, then you sure as hell need Forex more than anybody. If $50 hurts anybody's pockets on this call, you need it more than the next person that does have it. All right? And that's just serious talk. That's not me, bullshitting. You guys need it. Okay? $50. All right? Now, does anyone have questions? Because I want to go over USD ZAR. If you guys do not have any questions, I'm going to have Luke go to do on gold. And at the end, I can do USD ZAR. I'm going to give out some setups at the end of this call so you guys can take some trades. So if you guys want some pips on USD ZAR, drop a 1 in here so I know you guys want these pips. And at the end of the call, I will give you some analysis and some setups with TPs, entries, and everything. I got it all ready for you guys, okay? All right, so I'm going to give it up to Luke right now. He's about to kill gold. I love trading gold because he has shown me a lot. So, guys, pay attention to this guy, and we're going to get back to the money. All right, Luke, you can take over.
What's up, guys? Drops 777. If you got some value, let me see it. Thank you, Kim, for dropping some nuggets. I was taking notes as well. It's always good to learn and always be a student, And one thing I love about Forex, if you've heard me, train and teach before, the sevens are going crazy. I love it. The beauty of trading is there's so many ways to look at the market, right? So I'm gonna share my screen and we'll get stop that. There's so many ways to really learn how to trade and not really just learn, but understand the market. The beauty of trading is like basketball, right? You can score 2 points so many ways. You can do a layup. You can dunk it, right? You can shoot a jump shot, a hook shot, yada, yada, right? And that's the beauty of trading, right? So there's different perspectives, different things, tweak this, tweak that, etc. Right? And really take your trading to another level, right? And with that being said, there's many ways to trade, right? So this is how I see the market, right? Very, very simply. I'm a firm believer, in maximizing, your trading effort. And what do I mean by that? Can you guys all see my screen? Just make sure I'm not.
Yeah, we see you.
Okay, perfect. So that's my Instagram. If you guys want to follow me, I do drop a lot of good value over there. If we can not draw on the screen, I'd greatly appreciate it. I don't know how to get rid of it. Maybe backspace. No. Kim, if you could erase it, I'm not sure how. But the beauty of trading is the way I look at it is essentially same pair, same time, same setup. Yo, guys, if you please be respectful and not draw on the chart, I would really appreciate it.
You have to go to Ananotes. I can't because you're the host. He won't let me. Go to Ananotes and disable. There, I think you got it.
There we go. I see it. Cool. So the way I break down trading is, when I first started, guys, I was lost. Right. I did not know anything. Right. I came into, this market. Obviously, I didn't have any prior experience when I first started. But what I knew what I saw on the charts was a lot of lines, a lot of stuff doing a lot of things. Right. Trend lines, MACD bands, stochastics, Fibonacci's, all that stuff. And it really didn't make a lot of sense. I didn't know what to look at. This is telling me that is telling me this, and so forth. So the style I trade is completely naked, right? Naked meaning no indicators, no nothing, right? I have 2 lines on my chart and I understand how to read price, right? Price action, right? So the best way I explain price action, right, is essentially it's like learning a language, right? I'm not gonna learn how to speak Spanish overnight, right? I'm learning here and there. I got a nice little app that I'm learning from. and I'm learning as I go, right? It's like learning your ABCs, right? Those letters turn into words, those words turn into, sentences, etc. And it's a domino effect, right? So with that being said, it's just like simply like trading, right? You're going to understand what power candles are, impulse candles, dojis, vectors, and different terminology that's going to really tell you what price is going to do, right? And people ask me all the time, Luke, where is gold going to go? And it's the same response every time. I have no idea. I master the setup, right? I look for the setup. And that's all I do, right? I'm really not I wouldn't even consider myself a really, really, really good trader. What I've done is mastered my setup, right? There's a reason why I'm 95% accurate, right? I found a setup that I'm really good at, and I do it over and over and over and over and over, right? I tell this or use this analogy all the time, right? And it's like Bruce Lee. Have you ever heard his quote, right, about punching, right? He says, I fear not the man that knows, 1,000 punches, right? I might butcher this a little bit, but I fear not the man that knows 1,000 punches, but I fear the man that mastered one punch, right? And the way you view, in my, what I believe, my opinion, right? The way you view the market is how your mind works, right? So when people talk about technical analysis, I am not a technical person at all. I'm a person that jumps out of the plane and builds the wings on the way down, right? I'm very, very untechnical, right? So the flags, the trend lines, the Fibonacci's, it just doesn't make sense to me, right? It's just not how my brain works. Does it work? Yo, Gustavo, right? Justin Ciini, Wealthy Pips and Starboy, they're phenomenal traders, right? But the Fibonacci's and the MACD bands and anything else just doesn't make sense. So when I see a chart, it's clean, it's cut, right? And it just makes sense, right? I like to understand how to read price, and if I can understand how to read price, then I can understand my way of trading, right? And that's the beauty of it. Like, that's how I said at the beginning, right? There's no right or wrong way to trade. Right? There isn't. There's my perspective, your perspective, Joe, Bob, and Sally's perspective, right? And that's the beauty of it, because you can always learn, right? I went to Dallas 2 weeks ago, and I went over to Justin's house, and I was like, all right, bro, all right, you got me for 30 minutes. Teach me Fibonacci's, right? It's break and retest, right? It breaks. I think it hits the 61.8 zone and the retrace and continuation. To me, that's a break and retest, right? It doesn't. The Fibonacci thing doesn't make sense, right? So that's the beauty of it, And when Kim was dropping those nuggets, I was like, yo, that really makes sense, right? And I can apply what I learned from her, and I can apply it to my own psychology and my own style. And that's the beauty of it. It's like trading is like a recipe, right? I can dabble with some basil, put some cheese in it, maybe put some, spinach in it, whatever, maybe, some salsa, whatever it is, right? And throw your little concoction, and that's how you trade. That's how you make your recipe, right? So with that being said, I can talk about psychology all day. I'm going to kind of get into it, into some, the way I trade and so forth. Yeah, someone quoted me. There we go. Right. So very, very simple, guys. I have rules, and I want to go over a trading plan real first. Right. And this is probably the most important thing, in my opinion, is a trading plan. Right. So first thing, what I look for is what pair am I trading. Right. And this is how I really am effective. Right. This is how I treat my day. Right. Remember how I said how you trade, in my opinion, is how you kind of live. Right. I know where every dollar in my bank account goes to. If I'm putting 10% into investing, right, 10% into charity, giving back, right, 30% for my bills, right, 40% for savings, right, and then another 10% to live off of, right. So when I mean that, it's all about managing my money, right, and I live day by day, week by week, right. And for example, what do I mean by that, right? Last night, this morning / whatever, right, 2 positions caught 300 pips. I'm almost done for the week, right? I'm almost done for the week. Why? Because I've already hit my quota, right? I've already scored the touchdown. I can't score 2 touchdowns, right? There's only there's 33 seconds left in the quarter, the fourth quarter, right? It's either score a touchdown or fail, right? Same thing with the way I look at trading, right? So getting back, right? What pair do you trade? Right. From my understanding, you know, the short time that I've been working with Kim and whatnot, you know, she just went over the third USD 30, right? And ZAR, right? USD ZAR, right? It moves like crazy. Pips are everywhere, right? So for me, right, I had to hone in, right? If there's a book called The One Thing, right? And I believe it's by Gary Keller. It talks about, you know, mastering, you know, one thing in your life. Be really, really, really great at one thing. Don't be a master at you know, try to be a master at everything and not be a master. You're going to be average, be good at a few things. No, I'm going to master gold, right? And that's what I picked. You know, I saw it move, right? And I trade New York session, right? London session, I just, you know, I traded it for so long, and it really took a toll on my mentality, you know, giving out signals for 6 months, you know, through Gold Rush and how I built it. And it just really took a toll on me. I was like, yo, I got to trade a different time, right? So I picked, you know, gold, obviously, and I picked the time, right? So the second thing, I want you guys to write this down. If you're not writing down, you're pretty much playing yourself, right? So what pair, what time am I trading? So for me, right, it doesn't make too much sense to trade, you know, gold during Tokyo, right? UJ might not move so much. I mean, it'll probably move during London, right? But you know, when I'm an intraday trader, right, I'm very, very impatient, right? And what do I mean by that is, you know, if my trade lasts 12 hours, right, and it's like 3/4 away to take profit, I'm just going to close out, right? I just don't have the patience, right, for it to last all day. Like, usually when I trade in the morning, 8 to 11, I'm usually out of my trade by the swap at 5 p.m., right? And if it's like 30 pips in profit and my take profit's 40 or 50, I'm probably just going to close out, right? Why? 2 things. I'm impatient, and I'm a firm believer in rinse and repeat. And what do I mean by that, right? I have a couple mentors, and they preach this till like it just made sense, right? And he talks about, you know, same pair, same time, same setup, same time, same pair, same setup, right? And like I talked to the beginning, I'm a master at my setup, right? I don't know what gold does. People ask me, where do you think it's going to go long term? Hell, I don't know, and I don't care. Why? Because I've mastered the setup, and I keep repeating that because it took me a few months, right, of him, you know, being a little hard on me, and her. I had 2 different mentors, right? And, you know, one of my mentors, you know, she was like, you know, you have to master the setup, right? And with that being said, the third part of my trading plan, right, is a pip goal, right? And this is different, you know, it's a philosophy, it's a mindset, right? I don't need to catch 2, 3, 4, 500 pips. My pip goal per day is 50 pips, right? And I can catch a 50 pip move, right? Or I can catch 2 25 pip moves. Hell, I can catch 5 10 pip moves, right? And this is my philosophy. Why would I try to catch, right? Why would I try to catch, you know, a bigger move when I can catch 15 pips times 4 positions, when I can catch 30 pips times 2, you know, one position at 50, right? And if you guys have been following me, you know, I'm sure a lot of y'all, my trades usually go straight into profit within 5-10 minutes, right? And I'm going to show you how, right? I'm going to see what we got on these questions real quick. Always use I mean, lot size doesn't matter, guys. It's all about risk management. Yes, the one thing by Gary Keller. Yes. Does anybody have any questions over the trading plan? 3 steps: the pair, the time, the pip goal. Before I move on, I want to make sure everybody has an understanding before you know, we do like questions at the end or some shit. What the hell is this not letting me go down? Let me zoom down real quick. Sheesh. All right, so same pair, same time, same setup. Whoa. No. All right, so write this down. Take a picture of it. Right now, I'm gonna get into my rules. Right. First rule is simple, right? And my style is so simple, guys. It's very, very simple. I have students literally like, yo, this stuff is so simple, it's hard, right? And this is kind of like a catch-22. So rule one, right? Rule one is find your zones, all right? Very, very simple. Find your zones. And what do I mean by that, right? So I trade off the, like Kim was talking about, like I trade off a lower time frame, right? Let's see if I can push this up a little bit. Okay. All right. So my setup, right, through Gold Cup, through my trading style, is off the 30, the hour, the 4 hour, or the daily, really, right? I prefer the 30. That's like my sweet spot, right? Because I don't have to wait all day for the setup, right? I don't have to wait 4 hours for my trade to hit take profit. You know, sometimes it does what it wants. It acts a little funky, right? But essentially, you know, I like the 30. It's the sweet spot. Like I said, it's not really better or worse than any other time frame. It's just, you know, it's not scalping, right? Not, you know, so strenuous as scalping, but at the same time, right? It's not swing trading. To me, the 4 hour time frame is swing trading. If my trade lasts more than 12, 24 hours, that's a swing trade to me, right? You know, so the 15, the 30 is basically my sweet spot, right? I'm gonna answer a few questions and then I'm gonna get into the rules. Why only 50 pips? Why 300? Why? And to answer that question, you know, why would I shoot a 3-point shot when I could do a layup, right? So you basically eyeball the charts. No, I don't at all. I basically look for my setup and you basically I enter off the hour or the 30-minute, right? Yeah, my IG is Long Money Luke. Yeah. I noticed you have 3 lines on your charts. I don't have any lines on my charts right now. Best time to trade gold, New York session. How many times did you fail before you became successful? Fail? I mean, I failed a lot. I mean, I lost, you know, a lot. I've never really blown an account. You know, and that's the thing about trading is there's 2 types of greed, right? You have greed in the sense of, you know, you over leverage. You potentially blow an account. I was greedy that I had the money in my account. I didn't want to lose it. So I had $1,000 in my account, you know, just example, and I would trade a penny. I would have 10,000, 20, 50,000 in my account, and I would trade a penny, right? Because I didn't want to lose what I had. I was greedy that I was scared out of a scarcity, right? So that's why I always trade under leverage. I never did demo because the psychology wasn't there, right? But I wanted to trade live, so I didn't want to lose no money. So I under leverage like crazy. London, it does move. How do we follow Long Money Luke? Luke with a C. I'm gonna go the other way, and then I'm gonna get into the rules and do my thing. Just make sure there's no questions, so no one gets lost. Just hit me up on Facebook. I'll give you my Telegram. What broker do I use? I like LQDFX and Hugo's Way. LQDFX doesn't have what do you call it? Commissions, right, on a certain account. And you know, when you get to the higher lot size, you know, 5, 10 lots, it does add up. So that's why I use it. I do not trade stocks. I trade gold. I used to trade GJ, but what I noticed is I would lose. The only time I would really lose is GJ. And I was like, yo, you know, I'm still like 70% accurate on GJ. Let's just, you know, get rid of it and stick to gold. Yeah, I trade primary in New York. I don't trade any other pair. Boom, boom. All right, so I think I pretty much got those. So I'm going to do my thing, guys, and we'll answer some questions at the end. All right, so I like to do the 30, the hour, the 15, 30 an hour. Those three are my sweet spots, primarily the 30. So what I like to do is find my zones, right? Remember rule one, I don't know where it went, so we're gonna put it back on here. Rule one is find my zones. So that is support resistance, that's supply demand, top, bottom, floor, ceiling, whatever you want to call it, right? I like to use zones, right? I don't really believe that there's an exact pinpoint location when it comes to exact support or exact resistance. So I like to use zones like so, right? If you're not familiar with it, I'm not trying to teach you an old dog new tricks. So primary people are always taught this. So I'll go ahead and use this for this webinar, right? And for example, right, we'll do a few days. So let's do the past couple of days, and I'll show you what I see in the market, right? So let's start with, whatever. Where were we? Let's do a week. All right. So we'll do right here. This is each period. This is a period separated from day to day. I use MT4, guys. I don't know how to use TradingView. One of my mentors, Spila, she taught me this. I just keep it simple, right? This is what I was taught. This is what I know. I'm not gonna, teach a dog new tricks, right? So first thing we do, we have this day, right? So from period separator to period separated, right? So Sunday, I don't really trade too much. There's not really a lot of setups. It doesn't move a lot. It's ugly in my opinion. So I sometimes don't trade Sunday. If there's no setup, I don't take it, right? If there's, triple coverage on a receiver, I'm not going to force the pass to get intercepted, right? So I find my zones, right? Very simple, right? This is my support. This is my resistance. Very easy, right? How do you find my zones for you guys that are fairly brand new, having trouble with it, whatever? Go to sharp points, right? And I look for multiple touches, right? 1 touch, 2, 3, probably a wick touch right here, 2 touches right here, and you go to the charts, as you see, right? It all touches, right? So first rule, I'm gonna bring this down, is find my zones. Rule 1 is complete, right? And this is the thing. People fail all the time. Systems do not fail, right? And it's funny, we were on a chat or a call, me and Kim, and I was like, why don't you build? Why don't you build, right? And it's the same thing, right? The zones, right? The zones and the rules, works just like network marketing. You have a system, right? Plug into the system. How many times have you heard that? Plug into the system, right? For network marketing. This is my system for trading, right? And the system doesn't really fail. I've back tested this, put a FX Blue on it, yada, yada. It's usually 90 to 95% accurate, about 3 to 5% drawdown at max, right? So I've done my homework. Now I just have to follow my rules, right? I've done the back testing. It works. It's on paper. I've seen the exact details of a FX Blue. If you guys don't know what FX Blue is, it's basically a detailed, drawdown, ROI, return, everything, right? So my point is, right, that the rules are work. Now I just have to take myself out of the situation. I have to take myself out, right? Because emotions come in, right? Second guessing yourself comes in, right? So find your zones. Secondly, I look for 2 things: a double top / bottom. All right. So for this example, I found my double bottom. Boom. 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 And it takes off right about here. What do we also have? We have an M. I took this trade and I was literally done for the week. Right? It's going to look a little weird, but boom. And we got all these lines inside. So watch this, right? We have a double bottom. Boom, boom, boom. I buy it right here, and we go to 60 some pips, right? We have an M. Boom, boom, boom. I sell. 60 pips. 2 positions, 60 pips is 120, 240. So in 2 days, I caught 240 pips, and I'm done for the day. I'm done for the week, right? In 2 days, right? Last week, I caught 400 pips, and I under leveraged the last day because I caught 300 in the previous 3 days, right? Maximize one setup instead of trading 5-10 times a week. Master a 1 to 3 setups, right? 3 to 7 setups, whatever it is, right? And maximize it, right? So right here, right? And this is the thing, right? I'm price action trader, right? I don't do limits. I don't do orders, right? I read candles. I read candles. So for right here, right? So the third rule is your confirmation. Let me put this up here. There we go. Confirmation. Did I spell that wrong? I did. Oh, well, it's good enough. Confirmation, right? I didn't pass English class, I guess. All right. So I bought down here. We have a doji right here, right? We have a rejection right here. You could, if you wanted, right? I don't really use them, but you could throw a trend line if you wanted in there, right? Watch this. Break, retest, buy it, go to the previous zone. I go zone to zone. You're like, Luke, how do you figure out your TPs? The next support, next to resistance. I trade zone to zone, right? That's all I know. That's all I need to know. Luke, why do you only trade gold? Because it makes me a lot of money, right? Why would I? Right? Think about this. I'm very sports oriented, but if I'm running the ball in football, and this might not make sense for you guys that don't play sports, but bear with me. If I'm running the ball and in the NFL, the average running back is probably 80 to 100 yards, right? And if I'm running the ball, right, and I have 200-300 yards carrying 4 touchdowns, why would I pass it? I'm killing it, right? Same thing with this. If it's not broke, don't fix it, right? So right here, we have a break and retest off this trend line. Right? I don't really use trend lines, but you can use that as confirmation, right? What can you use for confirmation? You got dojis, engulfing candles, trend line breaks. You got railroads. You got vectors, and I'll go over a vector. Most people don't know. I don't know if that's like what I got taught in the beginning, but people don't really know what a vector is. I'll show you guys, right? And this is off the hour. All right, so you have the buy right here in the W. You have the M right here on the sell. Right, very, very simple, very, very easy. Right, double tops, double bottoms. Right, you can also do a break and retest, and I'll probably show you that on here in a second as well. Right, so find my zones, double top, double bottom. If there's no double top, no double bottom, M's, W's, whatever you want to call it, I don't even look at the chart. I don't even care what it's doing because it's not my setup, right? It's not my setup. It's not for me, right? We're trying to pass it. I'm not a quarterback. I'm a running back. I'm running it. Remember the analogy, right? So I'm gonna move on to a couple more setups real quick. Let me see what questions we got here. Give me a second. Period separators, yes. And I'll drop my Instagram, guys, for everyone asking. Don't worry. Why does it keep fucking doing that? How do you know where I put my stop loss? And this is my own psychology, guys. I do 1-to-1 ratio, right? I don't believe in the. I don't want to say I don't believe in. I don't care for the 3 to 4 to 2-to-1 ratio. I'm 90% accurate. There we go, Drew. Right on. Lung Money Luke. My boy, shout out to Drew, my fucking monster, bro. I don't need the 3-to-1 ratio, right? There's traders out there that are 30, 40% accurate, but are very successful because they have huge risk to reward. I don't care about that because I'm 90% accurate, right? I don't need to have a good risk to reward. I just get in, boom, hit my money, get in, get out, move on with my day, right? And that's the beauty of it. I was catching myself, guys. You know, I do go on these little rants, but I catch myself, you know, before, you know, checking my MetaTrader 4 throughout the day, and I'd be like, yo, what's it doing? And I wouldn't drive myself crazy, right? But I'd be like, yo, man, I'm up, I'm down, I'm up, I'm down. Next thing you know, I'm going to bed with the, you know, it floating, you know, and I don't like that. I like to block off my time. This is how I build so well, right? I do power blocks, right? I block off, you know, a certain amount of time. So my trading plan is 7 to 11, right? I trade 7 in the morning to 11 a.m. and I'm out of the trade by 5 p.m. So I got 6 hours hit my take profit. If I lose, I lose. I don't lose too much, but if I do, I do. I don't care, right? And if I win, I win. It's cool. I made money. You know, it's trading becomes very boring. If trading is exciting, and I don't mean to say this in a blunt, harsh way, but if trading is exciting, right, it's probably you're probably either A, over leveraging, right, or B, you don't really know too much what you're doing. And that's not a bad thing. We all have to learn. We have to all go through our growing pains, our learning curve, right? But I don't want to, you know, trade at 10 a.m. And at 6 p.m., 7 p.m., 8 p.m., I'm on a call and checking my phone. Yo, I'm up this amount of much money. No, I want to get in, get out, move on with my day. Rinse and repeat, right? So that's where I came up with that yada yada, right? So let me get back to these questions real quick. I do these little rants here and there. How do you calculate pips on gold? You grab this crosshair, you click and drag, right? First two numbers is 60, right? As you see, 600, so it's 60 pips. With your zones outside of M's and W's, what are you looking for as a clean setup? That's it. I don't look for anything else. I look for W's and M's and apply price action to it. Yeah, I'll go over a vector real quick. I appreciate you, Nathan. Confirmation, okay, fix. Harmonic. I don't even know how to spot a harmonic pattern or whatever. Cipher, Gartley's, I don't even know what they mean or look like, so I'm not sure about that. Yeah, my macros, right? All right, I think I got those. Do you close up consolidation after 5 p.m.? I always close my trade, usually like 9 out of 10 times before the switch occurs. Yeah, I'll show you a less pretty one. Right, so the next day, right, people are, and if you're taking trades from Gustavo, Kim, myself, guys, let the trade, if you don't get a notification saying, hey, put your stop loss and profit, yada, yada, just let the trade go until it hits your take profit or stop loss, unless there's an update, of course, right? So prime example, right, I call this trade, right, we caught this trade at the beginning of the week, of last week, we caught this trade right here, right, off the, I think it might have been the hour, right? So check this out. We caught both these, right? Boom. What do we have here? We have a big W. Boom. 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 All right, and this is where I bought. All right, I bought right here, and my take profit was the previous zone. Ta-da, right? 54 pips, 2 positions, that's 108 pips, boom, 108 pips, right? And check this out. This is, I mean, I had some drawdown here. This trade, as you saw, right, 0 drawdown, right? This is the W right here, boom, boom, boom. I bought right here, 0 drawdown, right? Right here, the M, boom, boom, boom. I sold right here, 0 drawdown, right? So I wanted to come up with a strategy that has 0 drawdown because I don't like drawdown, and very, very accurate because I don't like losing, right? And the thing is, you know, and I perfectly get it. You could be a 10 to 1 risk ratio, right? And win 30, 40% of the time and be hella profit. But you give yourself so many chances to get messed up in your psychology, right, with those losses. Right? You could get in a funk. Every baseball player gets in a slump here and there in their career. Barry Bonds. I'm not really a baseball person, so I can't. I'm lost with the analogy with baseball. I'm not a baseball player, football and basketball, right? Anyways, right? So I bought right here, and check this out. I caught this drawdown, and I don't really get much drawdown, guys. This is a fake out. Market makers push this, right? Because most people, right, put their what do you call it? Their stop loss probably right below this wick. But one of my rules is I do a 1-to-1 ratio, right? And so what did I do? I had a 50 pip take profit, and I had a 50 pip stop loss. And look who beat the market makers, because I created this rule. Why? Because I kept getting screwed sometimes by these little pushes that made absolutely no sense. And I was like, okay, Luke, let me tweak this, right? Let's go from 80% accurate to 90% accurate and above, right? So I started doing this risk to reward, 50-50. And I noticed, man, none of my trades really go 30, 40 pips in drawdown, let alone 5, 10 pips in drawdown. So I did the risk to reward 1-to-1 because some moves like this, right? This one played around. This one probably drove me crazy. I don't remember it specifically, but this took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll say 16 hours, right? That is a long trade for me, right? I would probably go crazy during here, right? But end of the day, we got our TP at 50 pips, right? Went on to the next day. All right, boom, boom. Let's drop to the 30, my sweet spot. Check this out. Look at this W. This is just beautiful. Beautiful. Boom, boom, boom. Price action. Go to the previous high, 52 pips. Beautiful. Right? We did that this day, I believe. Yeah, perfect. All right. And then we had, let's see what we had on the hour possibly. Oh yeah, this is beautiful, right? This is when price opened on Sunday this week, right? And look at this. This is a little ugly. All right, so bear with me. All right, we have an M right here. I mess with the 4-hour a little bit, I test my patience a little bit. All right, check this out. Boom, boom. Look at this little itty bitty M. Boom, price action. We got doji right there. Previous zone, 75 pips in about 12 hours, right? And check it out. Once again, zero drawdown. I don't like drawdown, guys. I don't like drawdown. So what did I do? I came up with a strategy that has practically zero drawdown, right? And I caught 70 pips, 60, 70 pips, 2 positions. I always do 2 positions. Write this down. If you already aren't taking notes, I feel bad for you, right? I always do 2 positions. Why? I have my money maker and my take profit, and I have my runner. And what do I mean by a runner? Is it's called a break and retest. For example's sake, right? And this isn't really a setup, just say it is, right? For some reason, whatever, right? I buy right here off this wick, right? Boom. It goes for 80 pips. I get my 80 pips. What happens there is I put my stop loss in profit, right? Say my stop loss is right here. Boom. First take profit gets hit. Put my stop loss in profit, right? And I get this question all the time. How many pips do you put your stop loss in profit? It does not matter. My goal is not to collect pips off that stop loss. My goal is to get my first take profit and let the other ride. So for example, right here, I got my 80 pips or whatever, and then I held in the second position. I got fucking 300. Damn, right? I remember this trade. I did not take this trade because there was no retest. I was very annoyed. But yeah, 300 pips. All right. Let me answer a few questions real quick. Patrick Ewing. Look for reversals. Yeah, I always redraw my zones every day. I rinse and repeat. I trade the setup. I go off my day and I clear all my zones. If I have trend lines, if I do for some reason, I don't really use trend lines. I just use support resistance. Comment. Kels, I look for M's and W's on the 3 time frames that I've shown, 15, 30 hour, 4 hour, or 4 of them. Yes, good question, Queen. I always wait for the candle to close. Which candle? I always wait for the candle to close. And this is my style. I don't do the top down analysis. Go from the daily, the 4, the 1 hour. Whatever I do my analysis off, I do my entry off. I keep it simple, guys. And I'm gonna say this, and you might be like, what the heck? I hate trading. Trading is so boring, guys. I watch price, and it's not because I'm not technology, illiterate or anything. It's I look for the same thing every single day. I see my setup. I wait for my setup. I see my setup, and I click buy or sell off the setup. If I win, I win. I lose, right? And it gets boring, right? Because the price goes up, it does what I want. Cool, right? I like building. I like network marketing. I like talking to people, seeing what makes them tick. What are their goals? What are their aspirations? What their why is, right? This stuff is hard, but it's easy. Once you master trading, guys, you open up Pandora's box, right? You have a weekly or monthly goal? No, just daily. Just daily. I'll drop my IG, Brooke. Here, I'll put it on here real quick for you guys when I do the next setup. So I don't really trade UJ anymore or GJ, because I was profitable. Don't get me wrong on those two, but like I was losing a little bit more than I was winning on gold, and I was winning 70%, 80% on GJ, UJ. I don't like losing, right? And so I'm all about quality, not quantity. I'll see what's good right now. Give me a second. All right, cool. Is there a difference on the candles on the MT4 and TradingView? Good question. I've never used TradingView, so I don't know. So I'm gonna put this here real quick, guys. Long money, Luke. All right. And then over here, so I'm gonna show you what we caught last night. Oh my God, last night was so beautiful. All right, check this out. I caught the move down, right? What I just showed you, the end on the way down, boom, boom, boom. Caught this whole move. So 70 pips times 2, which is 140. So we're 140 for the week. And check this out. What do we have here? Boom. This is all I do, guys. This is why it's so easy, right? Double tops, double bottoms. I don't want to sound arrogant, but like, it's just I've done it. I've mastered this setup so much. And guys, I had 0 drawdown here too. I bought off this doji, right? And my stop loss was 50 pips. And look at this, boom, 70 pips. What did I do? I put my stop loss in profit, and I let that thing ride. Remember that thing that I was talking about, 2 positions? Look at this. This went for 170 pips. Well, 180. I take it back. All right, 180 pips. Right? I might not trade the rest of the week. You know what I'm saying? All right, Gold Cup might pick up a few trades. It picks up. I send out whatever. Right? But there's no need, right? I'm gonna go over a really quick break and retest, and I saw a question. I'm gonna give it back to Kim in a second, right? So what I think a couple of you guys were asking, a break and retest. Boom, boom. All right, a few of my students caught this. Break, retest, doji, 30 pips. I think they said they caught, 30. Damn, they did catch that, right? So they caught 30 pips, right? I could have caught it too. I just, I actually called it out for them. I didn't trade it. There's no need for me to trade right now, right? 30 pips, cool, 2 positions, 60 pips, right? There's so many setups a day that, I wasn't feeling it, right? You have all these little breakthroughs over here, this little double top. So I was like, it's a little funky, right? This is probably like a 70, 80% trade, right? But it's not my setup. There's no double bottom. Is it a break and retest? Of course it is. Boom, 30 pips, right? Break, retest, boom, right? And so I covered that. Oh, so basically what I would be looking for right now is something like this. Boom, and you would buy right here, and I would take it probably to at least here. Take profit 1, take profit. Yeah, fuck around, probably do up here 3 or 2. Wow, only do 2. All right, but you have to wait for not only for the double bottom, but you have to wait for the price action reversal. Right, price action reversal. All right. I'm gonna answer a few questions real quick. I know we've been dropping some nuggets in here. I'm gonna give it back. Oh, vector, real quick. A vector is 3 wicks or more to one side. So this is your support. 3 wicks. 1, 2, 3. It's a sign of reversal. Don't just base it off that. But if you draw a zone and you see 3 wicks, 95%. I'm not going to put percentage on it. It's a confirmation on reversal, right? So you have a vector right here, right? 3 wicks. You got 3 wicks right here, reversal, right? You got only 2 there, right? The hour's probably gonna have less. Let's go to the 30. All right, you got 3 or 4 wicks here, goes up, right? You got 3, 4 wicks here, goes down, etc. 3 or wicks to one side, trying to test the area is a sign of reversal. All right, so I'm going to answer these questions real quick, and I'm going to give it back. I do not trade news. I always stay away from news. You know, some people are really good. Yeah, do it. Yeah, 5 lots on 150 pips last night was sexy. It was about 8 racks, so it was a nice setup last night. A doji is a candle. Double bottom. Yes, went over that. And this, it's very simple, guys. Very simple. People who like to man a trade. You're silly. No, people ask me all the time, do I check the DXY, the US dollar or whatever? And I don't look at it. It doesn't really do anything for me. I don't really care about it. I look at gold. Everything what I've shown you guys is what I look for, right? Gold rush, right? So I'll drop my Instagram or whatever. Just message me on here or there or whatever. I don't trade news. Answer that. FXCM might have price data. I'm not sure. I don't use any other broker. TP1, TP2, yeah, get out, get in, get out, move on with your day. What is the signal for tomorrow? If there's no setup, there's no signal. So if there's no setup, I can't give you a signal. Thank you. What time do you confirm your entry? Whatever time I draw my zones on, I do my analysis on, I enter on, right? Yeah, naked price, Ebony, appreciate you. When the candle closes, LF, candle close. So for instance, if I'm drawing my and someone asks this question, right? They ask if I'm always on the charts or something along the lines of that, staring till my eyes bleed, whatever, right? So if I'm on the 1 hour chart, I know to check the chart at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not going to enter with the candle that doesn't close, right? Because the candle closes on the hour, right? Do you wait for the candle to close before entering? Yes. Payroll slim, good question. Definitely. Yes, I have a Telegram. Just message me. Please name a broker. It's right here. LQDFX. Pip Talk name. Luke Longmire. What audiobook do you recommend? Audiobook, Trading in the Zone. Master the Psychology. So I'm going to drop my Long Money Luke really quick. Once again for everybody. And then, so it's in there. I'm going to give it back to Kimberly. So if you guys, I appreciate you guys. Follow me on Instagram. I dropped some good value there. I'm going to bring up Kim again. And it's funny. I had a couple people who reach out to me saying, yo, I appreciate you with gold, yada, yada. But do you know Kim? And I was like, yeah, I met her at a Source convention. She was like, or the guy was like, yo, she's mastering USD ZAR, right? And I was like, yo, that is lit because the thing moves so fast and this dude was having hella results, so I'm gonna give it back to Kim. I appreciate you guys. Kim, if you want to go ahead and take it away, I appreciate you as well. Do I have to take you off mute again? All right, let me find you. Kim. There's like 5 of you. Boom, there we go. All right, you should be good to go.
Hello!
Energy through the roof. Let's get it.
What's up? All right, guys. Who wants some trades? Throw a 7 right now if you want some trades this second, right now. I want to see those 7. Let's see those chicken fingers. Lucky 7. Luke, where did I get all this energy, right? Look at these. All right. Woo. So Luke, I don't know why I thought you trade on TradingView, but I guess us 3 are like you, I, and Gustavo are like the only traders that really trade on MT4 still. It's freaking crazy. Luke is on fire. Yes. All right, guys. So I'm going to be on real quick. I ain't going to talk because I want to bring someone on real quick after I'm giving out these trades. So write them fast. Don't ask me to repeat. All right. I'm about to screen share. So make sure you guys are fast. Let me see. Where's Zoom? All right. Screen share. All right. Okay, guys. GPBNZD on the 4-hour time frame. It hit the second trend line for the second hit. So you guys can get ready for your sells for GPBNZD on the 4-hour time frame. Execute it if you want on the daily. On the 1 hour. My bad. I don't know why I said daily. The 1 hour. So we're waiting for the break of this trend line, the retest, go in. Your first TPs for this trade. Now, guys, I told you I'm going to be really fast because we've been on here for a while. So just get fast with writing. The entry would be at the break of this trend line. So basically, you want to get in after 197,697. You could round it to 700. So I'll round it off to 700. It's 1.97700. That would be like an entry for me. And my TP will be right here. Right there. All right. TP would be 1.96885, 1.96885. Okay? That's TP1. If it continues coming down to the next structure, if you want to put it above here, yeah, that's much better. Remember, structure to structure. Second TP is 1.96165. Okay? GPBNZD, you're welcome. I'm going to give you another trade. So I got to hurry up with this. Where is it? Oh, Euro GPB. Euro GPB. It just hit the 3rd time for the trend line. Euro GPB, if price stays underneath this trend line, you're going to take the second trend line right here, get in at the break of this trend line, and let me put it on the 4-hour time frame. Let me fix it. Boom, boom, boom. So I'm looking for Euro GPB to come down. It's consolidating right now. Obviously, if price breaks this counter trend line, we're not going to look to sell it. Obviously, that's just no brainer. Okay, so I know you guys are intelligent. So I'm going to give out these trades quick. So what's price doing right now in Euro GPB? It's consolidating. So if you want to enter in the 1 hour, you want to get in at the break of this, right? At the break of this. Of consolidation. So it's actually consolidations all over up here. So it's consolidating. You want to get in at the break. So I would get in a little after these entries. So any price under the 88,265, right? The first trend line to your TP, which I'll get that out right now. Hold on. I'm going fast, guys, because we've been on here for a very long time. So, okay, first TP for me would be around 0.88. 0.75, 0.88, 0. That's roughly around 20 pips. That's just small. Hold on, I'm going to give you more. The second TP is going to be right here. It's going to be 0.87928. So round it off to 930. The third TP for this trade is over here, and that's 0.877508. I'm going to repeat the three TPs. 0.88075, TP2, 0.87930, TP3, 0.87750. That's for Euro GPB if the structure breaks out of the consolidation and it's the third hit for the daily trend line. Also, USD ZAR is the last one, and then I'm going to give it up to someone real quick, and because we're here to feed you guys. So let me see what USD ZAR. All right, perfect. So if anyone took my trade this week, USD ZAR hit TP 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you're very welcome for me paying your bills. I paid someone's mortgage, someone's light bill, car insurance. Someone was back 3 months. They were about to get their car repo, and I paid their 3 months just with this one trade on USD ZAR because they literally hit all targets. USD ZAR should be downtrending. It's consolidating right now. So if you look at the 1 hour time frame, look over here. What do you see here? Look at this. Consolidation, breakout, consolidation. What? Continuation. My target, I'm still in this trade. My ultimate target is 14.14449. That's my ultimate target. But I would give you another TP because not everyone's account is big. So another TP for me. If you're already in this trade, stay in it. If you're not, another TP would be 14.20736. I'll give you another TP right in the middle, so you're like dead center. Actually, right here. So TP1, 14.20736. TP2, 14.17734. TP3, 14.1449. Those are the three TPs. If it breaks out of the consolidation, I'm already in profit because they hit all 4 take profits, but I'm now getting ready for the pullback. Now, I have a counter trend line, as you can see right here. In case the market goes in the opposite direction, I won't take the trade. All right? So with that being said, I'm done with giving my 3 trades. Let's see what I see here. Stock share. What's the EP? What's it? Dang. Okay, first one was what? Somebody write it down. Okay, people are putting it in. Guys, so there's someone on this call that's literally been on this call with us almost 3 hours. What's my pip talk again? It's Kimberly Torres on IMLPipTalk.com, Kimberly Torres, and I am the Forex Chick. If you want to follow me, because I give out a lot of analysis on IG, make sure you follow me now and turn on your notification. But let me give it up to my brother that's on this call. He kills it with me every other Wednesday for the last 6 months. We've been doing Zooms, packing it out in seconds, the same way we pack out this call. And he's been so consistent. We trade very similar. I have mad love for him. So guys, let's all give it up for Gustavo. If you made money from Wealthy Pips, drop a 7 on this call right now because he's about to give you a trade right now, guys. Drop a 7 right now. Let me see those 7s. More. Let's go. Let's go. Let's keep it going. Let's go. We got the momentum going, right? All right. So let me see where he's at. Look at him. Look at my Gustavito. Isn't he so cute? Look at that face smiling. Oh, my God. Where is he? There. Hold on, guys. Let me exit the full screen. Look, he's so excited. He's been so patient. You guys got to love this guy. Let me tell you something. It's a big difference when you're giving out signal to 80,000 people on a regular basis. The type of pressure he has on a daily basis, you don't know what goes through people's minds. You don't know what goes through our minds as traders, but he's literally giving it out to 80,000 people. I'm only giving it out to whoever's on my calls. So please, guys, please give it up to Gustavo, Mr. Wealthy Pips. Luke, I'm going to need you to unmute Gustavo because you are a host. Unless you make me host, you're going to have to unmute him, guys. All right? Damn, look at all these sevens, all these people making money. Look at that. Wow, the GOAT. That's right. There he is. There he is, my brother. Look at, I'll mute him now. Okay, you can unmute yourself, Gustavo. Look at my Gustavito. Isn't he so cute? He just got a new, look at that haircut. Damn. Look at that haircut, ladies. All right. You're good.
Be good.
All right, yo. Can y'all hear me?
Good.
We good? Yo. What's going on? Yo, shout out to the boy Luke once again on this call, man. It's crazy how far we've gone before when we first started trading. Also, shout out to Kim, my sister. Literally, man, we've been through so much trials and tribulations with this trading. And as you guys know, man, y'all guys literally just heard it from, in my opinion, two of the best in this industry, not only in this company, but literally two of the best in this industry. And understand that, our time is valuable. My time is valuable, just like everybody else's time is valuable. And, to be able to be on here, to be able to share nuggets with you guys and show you how we see the market, I tell you this, don't take it lightly, because this is something that, some people take for granted. Honestly, people message. I know for a fact Luke's inbox is lit, as well as Kim, right? You get all these messages from all types of people from all over the world, literally from like third world countries. And there's people that are literally begging you because they have no type of money, but they want your knowledge, right? They want the education you have up here. So it blows my mind, and understand that you need to be aware of that, right? Because you have people on here that have been able to do this from day one, because they went through the trials and tribulations, right? They went through the ups and downs, and they understood that at the end of the day, whether him or she or whoever it is doesn't like it, right? They had to stay focused on the skill set. And the skill set, as you guys know, being able to really look at this market for yourself and understand that, you can make money whenever you want, wherever you want over the world, right, is literally completely a blessing, in my opinion. So hopping on here, for all you guys that don't know who I am, my name is Gustavo Alanis. I'm 23 years old, from New Orleans, Louisiana, born and raised. And I've been trading now for the past 3 years. And, Forex has literally changed my life in all different aspects, right? I was working at AutoZone literally 3 years ago, and I wasn't making it happen. I was living at my mom's house, was really just in a sense of a space where I wasn't growing, if that makes sense, because the people around me, as you guys know, they were doing the same thing that I was doing. So, really took advantage of this whole concept, and now been able to really look at myself, in a sense. Somebody's writing on the screen. Disable, hold on. All right, so with that being, people have been able to really see this concept, and I've been able to really develop a skill set to the point where, I've been able to really be consistent with this stuff. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to tell y'all this right now. Adversity is going to come with trading, right? I'm sure Luke, Kim have taken L's, right? I'm sure you probably had a phenomenal win streak, and then you lose a few trades, right? But like I said, you will always, have it in a sense of understanding that, as long as you know this skill set will ever pay you for the rest of your life, right? So as you guys know, with this whole concept, you have to learn, you have to understand that some people will take this information, right, and just keep it to themselves, right? But then there's people like Luke, people like Kim that are going to share this information with you, right? So guys, diving straight into it, I'm actually in a sell right now for USD JPY. What's kind of crazy? Me, Luke, and Kim, we kind of trade a little bit similar, right? As you guys know, we trade on MT4, but right now I'm actually in a trade for UJ. I'm looking to sell UJ. I'm risking 1-to-1, 50 pips for 50 pips. As you guys can see off the hour and 4 hour, you see a nice little price pattern, right? And off the rip, I understand that the structure we're in is that we're at hefty support that once became resistance, right? So paying attention to this, I knew that at the end of the day, I was going to be in some drawdown, but I needed to get the entry to make sure I'm in this trade, right? So my entry was around 112.550, 112.600. I'm like maybe 5 pips in drawdown, right? At the end of the day, you're not going to get the best entry in the world. I'll be honest with you. With studying and what you're doing and different types of way of trading, the way you trade might not always be perfect, if that makes sense. You might not always get the perfect entry, but what you need to understand when you're in the market and you're looking for that setup that you want, you need to get in the market, right? What if like you sit on your hands all day and you're waiting for a setup and you're just waiting for the perfect entry and you miss that entry because you were waiting too patient. Does that make sense? Where you could just enter the market and be like, you know what? Whether I understand how much minimal drawdown I'll have, right? You need to be aware of that because the lot sizes you place are going to play a big role at the end of the day in what you're trading. So I'm pretty in hefty right now. You guys see live account, 0.50, a 0.25, another 0.55, and another 0.25 on this. I'm looking to really, make some moves off this trade right here. Trying to get like your boy Luke. You know what I'm saying? I also have Euro AUD right here. I was actually hosting a webinar. If you guys were on my webinar this morning, drop a number 1 on the chat. We were actually on there for almost 2 hours. And literally, we went over this setup on EA. And look at this range, this zone. And it was kind of crazy. Me, like I said, I was just listening to Luke. And it just like he trades zone to zone. Because look right here. It's the same exact stuff. Right? This can break this zone here because right here, right, we have a nice little support, right? So if you go to the hour, right, and it breaks here, what do you think is going to happen in that zone? It's going to what? Retest, right? Simple stuff. So finding the breakout retest, simple little strategy at the end of the day. You add your confluence, you put your fibs. Look, if I wanted to put my fib level, right, from the high to this low, right, once price comes down here, right, this can come here, or depending on a lower time frame, right, I could put my fib from here, right, and look, 61.8. So I would wait for price to close below here, just level, right, and you need to understand key levels are important. I want you guys to look at this. This support that we're looking to break out and retest, right, this level is around the 61300 area, 61400 at that. All right. 1.61400. You would look for a break, right, on a bearish candle, then look for the retest around that area, right? 1614, 1613, right? Breakout retest. Then I would sell here, right? I actually called a sell here, up here, some guy on a webinar. Oh, no, it was right here. I thought EA was going to do this, right? You looked at the lower time frame on the hour, you can see a valid what? Head and shoulders, right? Left shoulder, head, then right shoulder. Right, but it fell short. It literally fell short, but it still dropped. But I said, you know what? Sell EA. You could sell EA, and you could literally get some profits going into London. That's exactly what happened. It's like 50 pips in profit. So shout out to the guy, to everybody that was on a webinar that caught that. But yeah, simple. Like if you missed that entry, wait for the breakout retest from 614, 613 key level of support. You see the 4 hour on a higher time frame. Every time it hit that level, it was a reaction, right? It didn't give you no signs to sell. So reason why? Because it didn't close on a bearish candlestick formation and it didn't retest, right? Look at the 4 hour here. Look what happened here, right? It's literally, guys, it's kind of like I'm repeating what Luke's saying because we trade the same exact way. You know what I'm saying? Breakout retest, right? Even 4 hour, right? 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. In a matter of a day, price broke right here, right? Below. Right, it went bearish, but then it went back, turned right on an hour. Of course, it went bullish because it had to retest the level. Not only did it retest it once, but it retested it twice. So off the hour and 4 hour, you see the breakout retest right of that level 614, broke out and then retested. You could have sold at 614 and then took profit as support, right? Because you look at previous structure. That's the thing with me. It's kind of like you're going on a bus ride, right? You want to get off at the next stop to be able to secure your profit, to be able to secure, your next seat to get to your next destination. So look to what happened previously, right? Look at structure here, right? You got the level of 60400, 60500. So if I would have sold right here of the breakout retest here, I'm going to sell 614 and I'm going to take profit at 60400. That's almost 80 to 90 pips, right? Simple. Like I said, breakout retest, be patient on it. You can catch it off the hour or 4 hour. And understand at the end of the day, you have to be patient because this has to make its move in order for it to continue. And that's exactly what I'm looking for here. On a higher time frame, with this coming down here, 4 hour, you see the W here, right? Luke was literally going over it. W formation. I can see this move coming here, right? If it doesn't break out retest off this level here, then we're looking for a reaction. We're going to look for the price rejection of this support here, then look for a bullish engulfing candle, and then look for more price action to the upside. Then I'm looking to take it all the way up for the W, right? You guys see what I'm saying here? That could possibly happen. But at the end of the day, look at it both ways. It could come out here, right? It could come to this level, sit here, break out, retest. And as you go to the daily time frame, look at the key levels on the daily, right? You can understand that price is made, it stops drastically, right? Because this is a previous resistance here, right? Price came here, broke out, retested. Like, we can't make this up. Like, look at this right here, right? You have the level of 800, I believe. All right, and look what happened. It literally went above, went bullish. Simple shit, just the way Luke said it. Broke out, retested the same level. Look at that. Maybe put you in a little bit of drawdown because I was a big move. And look what happened. Boom, it took off, right? So if you bought at the support, right, you wait on a bigger time frame move, breakout, retest, key level, put your confluence, whether a Fibonacci, this probably would have been a 38.2, right? Boom, you buy here, take profit at the previous resistance. So all you do is look left. If you're lost, look left. Look at the previous high. Boom, I'm taking profit right here. I'm going to hit up Luke. Yo, Luke, we buying EA at 588. He about to throw about 20 lots. I'm going to throw about 5. We catch it all the way up to the upside, 260 pips in a matter of, 3-4 days in a week. And as you guys know, Luke likes to stack his trades, so we're going to count a double, right? So we can catch 500 pip moves on 2 positions. But look at it. Higher time frames, you catch that bigger move, right? You know how many people thought that on this move here, like even here on EA, how many people thought this was going to break out here and retest? You guys see it here, right? Support, right? This is a support. Let me write this out. This is support level, right? Everybody saw this. It broke out, and then it retested, right? But then it came back, faked some people out, and then it went right back to that key level. And look, this candlestick literally gave it to me all. It went bullish right at there. It didn't reject, but it closed above bullish. So if it closed above that key level, we buying this. Boom. We're buying here, and I'm going to take profit right here, right? At this high. Because it's looking back to what happened before, that's where I'm looking to get dropped off at. So as I buy here, right? If I was to buy here, if I knew the setup was happening from here to here, that's 160 pips. Right? Let's say I hold this position here and it breaks out, retest the resistance, right? Because this is a resistance. Every key level of resistance or support that is broken out must be retested. Luke, can you vouch for that? Every key level that's broken out must be retested, right? Right? Always. So look at it. Look, you catch the entry from here, right? If you just know price action, double bottom here, W, boom, and you just understood that this was still an uptrend, this was just a consolidation box, right? You could have got an entry here. You could have held it here, re-entered here, boom, re-entered here. Could have took it all the way up. You could have caught 560, 550 pips, right? But at the end of the day, look, how many opportunities you have. You miss your entry here, okay, dope. Look for the key level to be broken. Oh, it breaks, retest. But this right here, like I said, closed bullish above. You could have got an entry on an hour, 30-minute, doesn't matter. It closed right above that key level. Buy it. Boom. Take it to the next key level resistance, right? And that key level was 588. And what happens? It breaks out and then it retests 588. Buy it up to the previous resistance, right? 1.61400, right? And as you can see, you look at previous where price was, right? This is, look, 61400, right? I'm looking for this. Look, it just made it stop. That's crazy, right? We're marking this up. It literally, look at 61400. I said that was a key level, right? I'm going to look for let me say that again. I'm going to look for price action, right? Of course, and to close below this. But look at this, off the hour and the 4 hour, right? It's a key level, right? A support. Look at the daily. Tell me why that resistance is playing a history role on what happened here before, back in 2018 of March. Back in March. So this could be a break or a bounce. So y'all want to trade? Look at your AUD. Look at the hour. Look at the 4 hour. Wait for a breakout retest below 614. Pay attention to the daily and the 4 hour. If it closes below 614 on a daily and a 4 hour, is lit. 614 breakout retest. Yo, I'm throwing 5 lots on my boy Luke. 614 breakout retest. Because right here, look at this right here. It's either going to break below right here. It's either going to break below here, break below, or it's going to bounce.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right. I know Kim can tell y'all because Kim loves trading this pair. Me and Kim
Yes.
call out crazy trades on this pair. So right here, we're at a break or bounce. But look for the key level of 614 to be broken below, breakout retest. This is the thing. If you want to catch the crazy retest, like maybe no drawdown, you're going to have to go to the 5 minute and the 1 minute. I'm going to be real with y'all. 5 minute and 1 minute, you're going to have to go to that time frame to get that sniper entry. So look for the breakout retest, right, for your entry on the lower time frame. But once you know it closes on that 4-hour daily, it's time to go. So that move could happen. So if we break it down to 614, right, where's the next level of support I'm going to take it to? 588. I could take it down here to 598, but 588 is where previously where price made a big move.
Facts.
All right, so that's EA. Gold. Honestly, I've been trading gold. I've been trading gold for a long time. I just never actually, like, in my opinion, like to give out signals on gold because not everybody can trade gold. I'm sure Luke could probably feel me on that. It's very volatile. Like, that shit moves hundreds of pips, like, throughout the day. So with me, when it comes to gold, I honestly had this buy planned out. I had this trend line here, and then I had this other trend line here. Key level of 1223. All right, and what I saw in the lower time frame, right here, even the 5 minute, right, breakout retest. I caught literally about 50 pips of the buy. Right here, right, breakout retest 1223. So you look at the hour and 4 hour, it's sat right. You see, it's like a flag, right? So 1223 flat was the level I was looking at because just like Luke said, right, he was looking at the support, right? It's literally zone trading with this shit. Like, I really can't make this up. That's why Luke makes it. He makes it sound so easy because I'm feeling where he's coming from. Literally right here, like 1223 was just that key level of support, right? It bounced, right? It never broke out and retested, right? It never showed me that bearish price action, right? And look what happened. It closed above, right? It closed above 1223. And with that being, I saw, okay, well, 1223, get your entry there. I took it up about 50 pips to the trend line. So from 1223, and with me, I'm even with numbers. I like to keep my shit even. 1223 to 1228, 50 pips clean. That smacked my TP. Boom. Right? And the thing with gold, I don't take every single move. I study it, if that makes sense. I mark it up. I'm like, okay, this is going to happen, but I don't call it out. Because it's either, in my opinion, not going to say an educated guess, not a prediction, but just an observation. I observed gold in a sense of me thinking it was going to go a certain way. Because I'm sure Luke can tell you, when it goes up, oh, it goes up. And when it drops, it drops. As you can see right here, right? This from here, from this resistance, rejection here, down to the support, that's 50 pips, like 50 pips in a day. Like, are you serious? Like, you can't ask for nothing else. This right here went up 150 pips, almost 180, I think. All right. And this with me, what I saw here, long term, let me see. I'm trying to look at these comments. Yeah, UJ, okay. Yeah, EA. Okay, I'll go over GJ. With gold, I'm honestly looking for it to dip a little bit lower than I'm looking to buy. Because, like pay attention to here. Like, I mean, we just said it. This is a resistance point here, right? So if it broke out this resistance, I'm going to look for that retest right around that area. Then I'm going to buy. My long-term TP is 1250 on gold. I don't know if you can agree with me, Luke. But Gold, I'm looking forward to go to 1250 overall. And as you guys know, gold correlates with UJ. So like literally most of the time, it makes similar moves. I do have a pip talk. I'll drop the link shortly right here. It's crazy, man. We had like 500 people on this call, man. Hacked out. But yeah, with gold, like I said, I'm looking forward to dip a little lower. Then I'm looking to buy. So gold going to the moon, with UJ going to the downside. So your AUD, I gave you guys that setup, right? Break or bounce. Wait for the breakout retest, like I said, and enjoy your profits. You know, look for 50 pips. If you're gonna sell, right, from that point of 614, right, take profit 50 pips at 1.60900. All right, if you want about 80 pips, 1.60500. So sell at 614, wait for the breakout retest for confirmation, bearish price action, the continuation to the downside, and like I said, 1.609, 50 pips, and then for 90 pips, 1.60500. I'm also gonna get this out on swipe trades, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna stalk it. I'm gonna wait for the right time and be patient with this. So, guys, that's pretty much my setups for the day. I don't really have that much. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna drop my my Pip Talk channel in here as well as my Telegram if you guys want. And yeah, guys, let's stay connected. You know, me and Kim and Luke, you know, we've been able to really take advantage of this opportunity, this skill set, and you know, we want to be able to help everybody master this skill set. And that's the thing at the end of the day that a lot of people don't understand is that, you know, we've put in the time just like everybody. Like we put in the time just like you. You know, we told everybody, you know, we're gonna do this with or without you, and we've been doing it with or without anybody. So guys, I just dropped my Pip Talk channel in there. And like I was saying, you know, we're gonna keep on doing this to the day we're gone. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep doing this to there ain't no Forex market. So and for you guys that are on one second. For you guys that are on Instagram, feel free to follow me as well. Wealthy Pips FX. Feel free to DM me, ask any questions you guys want. And as well, like I said, I'm dropping my Pip Talk channel. Stay tuned there. I'm also dropping webinar links, so stay tuned for all you guys that are amongst IML. But I don't want to take too much time, man. I appreciate Luke, man, hopping on here, bro. I see you're on tour, bro. With all due respect, I know how it is, man. Keep grinding, keep hustling, man, because that Gold Cup, that thing is going off. There's a lot of people making money, man. So if you're not with Gold Cup, if you're not using that product, I highly recommend you guys use that product, because if you're using swipe trades, you're using, you know, Gold Cup, using that scanner, I mean, you can't lose. You really can't lose. You really, really, really can't lose. So shout out to you, my guy, also, bro. Out here, my man, Lizaldo, shout out to you, bro. Also on the Gold Cup tour, you know, shout out to all you guys, you know, the family of IML, you know, we're out here spreading the value each and every single day, as you guys know. And we're just looking to help educate, empower, enrich the whole world by 2020. So with that being, I'm going to give it right back to you, Kim. I love you, Kim, by the way. I know we haven't talked in a few days, but tomorrow we also hosting a webinar. So let them know. And guys, I appreciate you, every single one of you guys. See you guys at the top, with the bottom too crowded. Peace.
Thank you. Can we drop a one to thank Gustavo, please, guys? Please, please, please. Come on, I know it's 1:15 in the morning, but look at the energy we still got going on. 3 fucking hours, and we're still in it, right? Woo! All right, guys. So tomorrow I am hosting another webinar. As you know, every other week, Gustavo and I have been doing it for the last 6 months or 7 months, something like that. At 10 p.m., the link will be dropped on IML Pip Talk. The link will be dropped on our Telegrams. So if you're not following us on IG, on Telegram, and I'm on Pip Talk, you just don't get the link. That's it. It's point blank. So make sure you follow every single one about it, you guys. So Luke, me, and Gustavo, make sure you follow us on IML Pip Talk. Luke, what did you drop your IML Pip Talk in the chat so people can follow you?
I don't have it handy. Just hit me up on Instagram. I'll get it to y'all. No worries. No worries.
Okay. All right, guys. And another quick thing I want you to look at US CAD. It just hit my alert for the sell. So if you're in US CAD, it hit my alert for the sell. Write it to 50 pips if you guys want. Let me see here. It just literally hit the alert about 30-40 minutes ago. But that's about it for the US CAD. I just wanted to give it out there in case you guys wanted to look. It activated because it hit the third trend line, US CAD. So make sure you guys are on that and enjoy those pips that I gave out. I guarantee you tomorrow my IG is going to be like, yo, Kim, USD ZAR. Yo, Kim, that Euro GBP. Damn, Kim, that GBP NZD, that US CAD. I'll be like, I know. But thank you guys. We appreciate you, and I hope you truly appreciate us. And what we want you guys to do is give back. We give our time. You give your time to somebody else that needs it. And if you want to say a last few words, I'm done, Luke.
Yeah, definitely, guys. You know, like Kim and Gustavo said, you know, we do appreciate y'all. You know, time is money, time is value, and you know, learning the skill set, it's all about giving it away. You know, and you know, I'll be really quick. You know, I made a story on my Instagram, and it's all about giving back at this point. You know, creating that success and duplicating, because all the money in the world, the fame, the clout, whatever you want to call it, you know, goes so far. You're not going to be happy, right, on the inside. You know. And you know, Gustavo, I'm sure Kim can attest to this as well. You know, with this platform, you know, and you know, your higher power, God, energy, whatever you call it, works through us to help y'all. You know, so I appreciate you guys hopping on this. You know, we're going to be collaborating, you know, in the near future. Definitely hop on their session tomorrow. They're hosting it tomorrow. So definitely hop on that. You know, we'll be doing this probably weekly now, you know, us three, collaboration, so forth, giving you guys all the value. So that's all I got, guys. I appreciate you hopping on here, you know, showing us some love. It means a lot, because we do pour our heart and soul into this. So we'll catch you guys tomorrow. You know, stay tuned. A lot more value coming. I appreciate you guys, and we'll see you guys soon. Later.
Love you guys. Bye.